other side, the Leafs have to digest another disappointment.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup!
The Cats are moving on for the fourth straight year to the second round of the playoffs and another meeting with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, you got past one, but can you get it any further? The Maple Leafs will play the Florida Panthers again.
The Panthers, they've still got that Stanley Cup swagger, don't they?
All right, boys, I got the read tonight.
Oh!
Let's keep this thing going. Hey, we're setting my tone tonight, fast and physical, right from the start. We got the Trump card. We got Swaggy. Hey, we got Bart. We got Ron. We got Stiffy. We got Joji. We got Cage. We got
When you get into playoff time, every single play is so important, so magnified. Every single player is working as hard as they possibly can. It makes the game so intense and so emotional. There's just nothing else like it.
Game one, Leafs-Panthers, nothing left to hide.
We're a prepared group. We're ready to go. We know the challenge that lies ahead, and it's just taking it, one step at a time.
I think both teams have very good reason to be excited, and we know these guys well. They know us, so it should be a good series.
It went 5-2 years ago. Who wins the Battle of the Atlantic this time?
Away we go with game one.
And they are in good voice here at Scotiabank Arena early. Gets it back to the blue line. Nylander working it on the right side. Goal! Oh, he's back it on the first shot on goal!
33 seconds in.
The pace of this game at a real high level.
Heating up. Working his way back in. Ekman works it. Kicked away. Rebound. Nylander scores!
Great patience by Nylander. Just that one little move right here gets Bobrovsky down.
Toronto bench minor penalty, too many men on the ice.
Get him here. Oh, boys, make him pay.
Kachuk into the near corner. Up top, Jones straight on shot. He scores through traffic on the power play. And the Panthers are back to within one.
Pass ahead and a 2-on-1 break. Riley, it scores! Take that! He took a look at John Tavares and said, I got it, big boy, I got it.
Nylander on the draw. Matthews gets one more at the horn.
What a period that was. The pace that you're playing at is another level.
Kept in at the line by Fordsley. Bounced in front. Quick break pad from Stolarz. Kachuk again. Finished another jam. Stolarz is down.
Draw one by Toronto. Back to the point to Tanev. Tanev's wrist shot. Goal!
It leaks through and it's 4-1. Joseph Wool's in. Here comes the shot. Wool's got his first stop for the fans. Acknowledge that. Leafs are stuck in their own zone. Verhaeghe right on. And Wool has it.
Come on, boys. They know it's coming. Matter. Time. Keep going.
There's Knies with a hit. Matthews. And he drifted that wide.
That's ready with another huge hit there.
Digging back in. Holmberg cutting to the net. And Bobrovsky the stop. And the horn sounds. And we're through two.
Across the Leaf logo at center, given to the right side, Marchand rolled along the near boards, Lundell in front, poked on goal, they scored. It's at Tulos Arena.
Good job. Keep going. There we go, boys. Hey, let's go.
Marchand up top for Schmidt. Schmidt far circle. Balinska's a shot. He scores. It's the Panthers back to within one.
Leafs will have to try and batten down the hatches here. Get the feeling Leafs need one. Reinhardt spilled. Marner after it. He's got Knies. Home free. Matthew Knies scored.
Watch this play by Mitch Marner though. The timing just slashes the stick, chips it up, forehand, backhand, out and over the glove of Bobrovsky. That's a big goal on the heels of a great chance by Florida at the other end to try to tie.
One more. Florida push here in the third. Tavares trying to dig it out. Comes loose.
And it shoots. They score! One goal game again.
Now to the final minute of regulation time. Kept in by Jones. Shooting blocked by Gardner in front. And this one will go into the books as a 5-4 Maple Leaf win in game one.
They found a way to, kind of claw back in the game, but I think we bent a little bit, but we didn't break, and, we got the win. It's just going to get harder from here. I know that they're going to have a good pushback, and we just got to be ready for it.
We'll learn again from this game. Obviously not the result we wanted, but we'll learn and move on.
Things are going to go up and down throughout the game, throughout the series, and just trying to stay my best, stay in the moment, stay present, and gear up for the next shot.
Panthers trying to avoid trailing in a series by 2 games for the first time since the 23 Stanley Cup final. Leafs looking to win the first 2 games in the second round for the first time since 1987. Game 2, round 2 underway. Here's Reinhardt moving in and Wall tips it early. Kachuk stirring things up. Bobrovsky the stop, and he stops 9. Kachuk shooting, and he just missed. Marchand draws a penalty. Fired off with a face-off win from Markov. Here's the captain scores. That didn't take long, 5 seconds. And Alexander Markov breaks the ice. Domi, Ekman Larsson, the 5th member, and then Chuck scores! Deflected through, and the Leafs have tied it. So a stalemate after 20 minutes in game number 2 as the teams trade power play goals. Here's a chance for Marchand in front, scores! 15 seconds into the second period, and the old nemesis has put Florida back in front. And away goes Pacioretty looking for more. Nylander scores! He's done it again!
Huge goal to tie this game.
Marina tried to barge through. Pass across, big stop. Lott able to push it to Riley. We're driving in. Across, scores! A beauty for Max Domi.
Drive to the net, no hesitation. Catch and release, and there you go, the 3-2 lead.
Carlo, his shot turned aside, and the horn sounds. So underway, third period, redirected, just wide. Ekblad across, scores! Back door, and Anton Lundell has tied it.
They score! Holy mackerel! A seeing-eye bullet from Mitch Marner!
17 seconds after the equalizer for Florida. Marner fires Toronto back in front. It's into the middle, spin across. Oh, what a stop! As Wall comes across and saves today.
Oh boy, did he ever.
In with Rodriguez, shot blocked. Rebound, it's loose in front. Leafs on their heels, ricochet out, and the Leafs have a 2-0 lead in this battle of the Atlantic.
There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's a hell of a team over there. We know it. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. We just got to stay calm, cool, collected. We've done that so far.
Every game is a big one. Now we have a great opportunity and challenge on the home ice and be a little better than what we were in Toronto. So we're really looking forward to tonight's match.
Matthews line, Caber, Tanny, Wolf.
This is round 2, game number 3. The Toronto Maple Leafs, the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Big time right now for both of these teams. Toronto up by 2. Mitch Marner, who's red hot, right off the crossbar. They score! Matthew Knives in the right place at the right time, and Toronto is off and running.
Early, 1-0 lead for the Leafs.
Chris Tannen takes a hit from Verhaeghe as the crowd comes to life. Pacioretty going wide. In tight, Tavares will circle the wagons and score! What a goal! With 5:57 gone in the first, 2-0. Toronto!
What a start it's been by the Leafs. A great breakout by Tanev, who took a heavy hit to make the play. Brad Marchand just decided to have a discussion, and it's good to see he hasn't changed in 15 years. His ability to talk.
Matthews through the logo. 2-on-2 with Knies, a spin. Matthews directs it.
What an unbelievable stop here by Sergei Bobrovsky. Needed to say the least.
It's loose. Markov. He scores! What a goal! Leadership from the captain.
When you take the puck to the net, you just never know. Forwards in there defensively. Oh, what a hit. Benoit.
To the goal line, Kachuk off the body. Reinhardt off the goal post. Lundell rejected by Wall, overskated by Marchand.
A wide open net. All Florida right now.
Carlo, heavy hit at the horn. That's all.
Let's see what period number 2 has for us.
Drops it off. Greer with a shot denied twice by Wall. And a penalty is called. Marner up top. Swinging one. Tipped in. John Tavares. It's a power play goal.
Tavares got the tip, and it banks in off of Gustav Forsling.
Rodriguez with a shot. Stopped by Wall. And a goal-saving play at the goal line.
You see the hand of Carlo. Does he?
Yes, it's over. That's over the line.
That's over the line.
It's under review.
After reviewing the play, the puck completely crosses the goal line. We have a goal.
Another big response by the Panthers.
Shoved a bit by Ekblad. Shoulder on shoulder. Kachuk and Benoit.
For the defense for Florida really getting confident here.
Here's Bennett. Right in, out in front. They score! Carter Verhaeghe on the receiving end of a beautiful pass. We're tied. 63 seconds later. Carried by Nosek. A shot. They score! A pinball
goes into second period.
The Panthers have their first lead.
If you're Craig Berube and the leads here, you got to get out of this period here, because right now, I mean, it is absolutely slanted in favor of the home team right now. And a standing O here in Sunrise. Look out! Joseph Wall in scramble mode. Morgan Riley. Well, a shot blocker save it, kicks in off. Seth Jones out in front.
Throwing it to the front of the net, you just never know.
44, Morgan Riley ties it at 4. He'll draw it up top. McCabe, it's tipped, denied by Bobrovsky. The chuck and back of the goal to the outside. Reinhart off the post. Nothing is settled through 60. Here in game 3, we go to sudden death overtime. A chance for Nylander, kicked out by Bobrovsky. Carried in. Barkov powers it on Wall, who holds his ground. Mitch Marner lifting through center, Knives. Hits a hole, he's in. Turned away. Up top, Marchand. His shot. It's in! Brad Marchand wins it in overtime. Just another huge goal scored by Brad Marchand in his fantastic NHL career. And we have a series now as Florida climbs back in.
Start us off. We got my finished phenoms. Let's go, Lucy. We got Meeks. We got Jonesy.
Welcome to Sunrise, Florida. It's game number 4, Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers. Just under 20,000 in the house here. The home of the defending Stanley Cup champions. Sit back and enjoy game number 4. John Tavares, who had 2 goals in game 3, hit hard by Aaron Ekblad.
Hey, Domi's going to get a penalty here.
Stick got up on Tkachuk.
To the slot for Hagee, a dangle, stopped, loose and dumped out. Toronto kills it. Heavy action in the corner. Taken down in a heavy way.
Big man's going to go. A hit on for Hagee.
To the corner by Reinhart. Hit hard! Benoit!
Massive collision.
Ekblad across, Wall with a save!
Another penalty for Toronto.
You're the Florida Panthers now. You got to capitalize on one of these.
Third power play for Florida. With a shot.
The penalty kill of the Maple Leafs. It's been the story in this first. Oh, that's straight out the penalty.
Toronto penalty, 95, 2 minutes delay of game.
And it'll be power play number 4. 2 seconds left in the third one. A chance, they score! It's Carter for Hagee! And Florida breaks the ice.
What a tremendous pass here by Matthew Tkachuk.
Florida find a way on the power play and grab the 1-0 lead.
In the zone, Reinhart, a shot stopped by Wall.
Leafs and lucky, just a 1-goal game here. Joseph Wall's best period.
Gain the zone, Barkov. Reinhart picked off by Wall.
Another big-time stop.
Entangled with Knives. Takes a seat. Nylander has open ice. He roars in.
Watch his active stick right there.
That's all. A chance for Knives. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Breakaway. Short-handed Matthew Knives. It goes high over Bobrovsky's shoulder. Good gap by Ekblad. Bennett with Verhage. Bennett drives it. Moves it. He scores! What a goal! Sam Bennett brings the house down. 2-0. Florida.
The patience.
With 2:02 left in regulation. 2-0 Florida, attempting to even the series at 2. Not out, Nylander, kicked out, forced wide. 9 seconds left here in regulation. Heavy hit on Barkov, and it all breaks out.
Tkachuk's telling Nylander he's going after him next game, and then Knives is saying, what about me? Temperature's going up in this series.
Bobrovsky posts his 5th career playoff shutout.
Game 4 goes to Florida. The series tied at 2.
A best of 3. Leafs, Panthers.
Great composure by our group when we got down 2 in the series. No panic. We knew we didn't play our best in 2 better games that we played at home, and I still think we got a little bit more.
As you hit the game 5 mark, I think the intensity amps up, not just because of the urgency of the moment. The understanding is that one of 2 really good teams. There's only 2 or 3 games left in your season.
In the regular season, you earn your name. In the playoffs, you gain your fame. These can be the moments that are remembered forever. 2 wins apiece, 2 wins away from clearing the next hurdle. Game 5. 5, Leafs, Panthers.
The stakes get higher, the margins get tighter, the tempers get shorter. Now a best of 3 to get to round 3. Game 5 tonight from Scotiabank.
It's a long marathon to get to the Stanley Cup and have a chance to win it, but there are certain sections that are like a sprint. This is the start of the sprint here with just 2 or 3 games left, and you really do have to try to find a way to dig deep and lay it all on the line.
We're ready to go. Face off at center ice. Puck is dropped and we're underway.
Back it comes to Ekblad. Lost it. Nylander. He's in. William Nylander. And Bobrovsky.
Good tempo, good energy as you would expect here in an all-important Game 5.
Out in front, Boquist looking for Reinhart. Ekblad a shot, and he scores! Top shelf here at Ekblad, and the Panthers take a 1-0 lead.
Marner in front of the net. Michael's one. Rebound. Bobrovsky. And the clock is going to drain in this opening period. Florida on top by a goal. Camp Nordson loose. Off the post.
Across one-timer, Kulikov deflects, and he scores! The Panthers have doubled their lead.
Nylander to the net, and Bobrovsky stops that.
This has been the blueprint of a Paul Maurice-led team. This is what the Stanley Cup champs can do. They frustrate you, they attack you.
There's Marner swinging out to center, unable to connect, and Reinhart back in with Boquist in front, and scores! And it's 3-0 Florida.
This is a dreadful play by Marner.
Well, this place is about as quiet as it could possibly be. Domi's trying to get Kachuk to get a fight here, but Kachuk up 3-0. He's having nothing to do with that.
Reinhart,
and he takes the penalty. I mean, you just can't do that.
Trying to work it ahead, he's checked. Fires back, Mikkola scores! Another defenseman goal for the Florida Panthers.
The pressure of Florida right now is just wreaking havoc, and this is one for Joseph Wall. You gotta have it. And just like that, it's a 4-0 Florida lead.
A decisive period. A 4-goal lead through 40 minutes here in Game 5. Knocked down by Nyes, trying to charge in. Matthew Nyes stopped. Rebound stop. That one knocked down in front, scores!
And the Panthers take a 5-0 lead.
And now you're going to see Matt Murray.
8 unanswered Panther goals in this series. Penalty coming up.
It's going to be against Tavares.
Off the face up front of Sean Bennett, and he scores a power play goal. And the Panthers take a 6-0 lead here in Game 5.
Said many of the faithful to the exits here.
This is getting uglier by the moment.
There was a sense that this year might be different, but tonight's been deja vu all over again.
I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, you beat us again.
Goes into the books. It's a thorough 6-1 victory for the Panthers here in Game 5. The defending champions with a championship flex on the road here in what potentially could be the last game of the year here in Toronto.
Wasn't close to good enough. Flushed down the toilet. We gotta have the mindset now to go into Florida and win a hockey game.
They have 13 Stanley Cups in Toronto, but they haven't had one since 1967. You know, what have you done lately, world, when it comes to the Maple Leafs? Not much.
We want puck pressure all over the ice, all right? Play fast. Bring emotion, but it's got to be controlled because we need to stay disciplined here tonight, all right? Stay out of the hard between the whistles all over the ice, and then let's have composure, all right? Target hockey team, let's go play like it. Trust your targets, we play for each other. Matthews, Caber, Tay, let's go.
Hey! Let's go, Will. Come on, let's go. Johnny, Dang. Tom, come on, slow. We're done. Let's go, bud.
Sunrise, Florida, Game 6, Panthers and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs won the first 2 games of this series. Panthers have taken the last 3. Leafs must win tonight to stay alive.
It's pretty simple. The big boys got to show up in some form or fashion for the Leafs to get it back.
The opening period, Game 6.
What a play by Max Domi. He saved the goal there.
Now Marner out in front. Oh, what an opportunity there.
Holmberg with a big hit.
Back out. Ekman Larson with a shot. Turned the shot by Bobrovsky.
I think Matthews got a piece of that.
A scoreless first period in Sunrise, Florida. As we begin period 2. Boquist with room and the stick save made by Woll.
We need a shift here. Move it. Make a hard play.
Looks to cut to the middle. Oh, the redirect by Nylander. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Second period comes to an end here in Sunrise, Florida. We remain scoreless. Marner for the Leafs. In a scoreless game. Score! Off
Austin Matthews, with his first goal of the series, gives the Maple Leafs a 1-0 lead here in the third period.
He gets onside, and here comes Matthews. Great play by Marner. And it goes right under Sergei Bobrovsky.
Domi plays the puck, gets a shot away, and then a collision with Bobrovsky. Into the Maple Leaf zone, Bennett cutting for the net, the redirect, stopped by Woll.
Bobby McMahon.
Pass in front, score! Pacioretty makes it 2-0 Toronto.
Watch this pass, McMahon. Pacioretty on the backhand, right under the arm of Sergei Bobrovsky.
There goes Bobrovsky, off for the extra attacker. Water net is empty. Jones is shot.
Overhead, you have a wide open net.
Shot blocked in front. Another shot block. There's the puck out, and the Toronto Maple Leafs force a Game 7. Woll with a shutout.
They were on the mortician slab, but as Dr. Frankenstein would say, he's alive! He's alive! He'll fight another day!
Going to be up for grabs in Toronto.
We're not done yet. That's a big win. Great effort all throughout our lineup. Let's go get the job done at home. Joe, way to talk something. Let's get it done. Yeah. Everybody.
Toronto braces for the biggest hockey game it's hosted in over 2 decades. Game 7, the Leafs against the Stanley Cup champion Panthers. In Game 6, the captain delivered. Now Austin Matthews and the core four look to slay another postseason demon. But to do so, they have to get past Florida and the ultimate Leaf killer, Brad Marchand.
It's always about resetting, making sure that we're all ready to go, because if you're not prepared and you make mistakes, that's enough to cost the game or series.
It's an amazing opportunity. It's the stuff that you dream about as a kid.
You're in the moment. There's a lot of emotion going on in the game, a lot of intensity.
I can't wait. We're going to war.
Go ahead, Blue!
Come on, we lead the way here. We lead the way. Come on.
They're going wild in Maple Leaf Square. Game 7, Maple Leafs Panthers.
The Game 7s you'll remember. There are not a lot of them. We're down 0-2. They're down 3-2. Both teams have battled hard. Both teams have earned the right to enjoy this.
The 201st Game 7 in National Hockey League history. The winner will advance to the Eastern Conference Final. Leafs look to reverse a trend. They have dropped their last 6 Game 7s. We are underway in Toronto. Chance at goal, Leafs goal here at Scotiabank Arena. Go! And a left hand stop by Woll. Good puck possession once again in the Maple Leaf zone. The shot attempts are 18-0 over the first 5.5 minutes in favor of the Florida Panthers. Now Ekblad with a shot, save and covered by Woll.
They just got to get the puck in the offensive zone. They just can't even do that right now. Good hit, Benoit, and Bennett on Benoit.
Here's Nyes, nice move.
Just missed the net after going backhand, forehand.
For Domi, out in front, off the stick of Pacioretty. Nylander into the slot. Puck shot across. Oh, Nylander robbed by Bobrovsky. Jones got the puck in. Rodriguez to the net. Knocked off his stick. Watt finds the ridge and with a shot, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky. And the first period comes to an end. Markov clears the zone to Rodriguez. And now Seth Jones moving in. Shoots. Scores!
Yeah! What a shot. That's it, boys.
1-0 Panthers as Seth Jones beats Joseph Woll.
Marchand's been all over it his last couple of shifts.
Saved by Woll. Score! 2-0 Florida. What a shift for Brad Marchand. And the Florida Panthers have taken a 2-0 lead. Cut off by Jones. Panthers stay onside. Here's Clear. Kicked out by Woll. Clear slides it across. Score! Gadjevich makes it 3-0 Florida.
You get the sense Florida smells blood in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch Marner, awfully vocal in that TV timeout. He had a lot to say. Let's see if the Leafs can respond.
Greg Berube trying to rally the troops. There's a lot of hockey if you can read his lips there. There's a half a game to go, and that's what you got to believe if you're Toronto. Because right now Florida's looking to make this 5-0.
3 second period goals for the Florida Panthers in the span of 6 minutes, 24 seconds. Shot by Verhaeghe, glances off the post. Oh, shot by Verhaeghe, blocked.
That's an absolute clinic right now. The defending Stanley Cup champions.
And listen to this crowd starting to turn on their home team. Not a good feeling if you're a Maple Leaf player.
Panthers with 3 goals in 6.5 minutes. We'll head to the locker room with a 3-0 lead as the Blues come raining down. They're at Scotiabank Arena. The home team down by 3 after 40 minutes in Game 7. Third period underway.
Toronto, you're just trying to get one.
Now the lead pass for Domi. Domi shoots, score! Max Domi puts the Maple Leafs on the board.
You get the crowd back into it and give them some belief.
Over on the far boards, long shot, Marchand tip, they score! Luostarina tips it in, and once again, the Panthers lead by 3. 4-1 your score. What a response!
47 seconds after the Domi goal. That quiets the crowd here in Toronto.
Backbreaking goal to give up after you get that 3-1 goal. Off the draw, turnaround shot, they score, and it's Reinhart.
5-1 Florida with 10:36 remaining. Now the boos coming down once again from the fans here at Scotiabank Arena.
Oh, that feels good, eh, bud? I wasn't ready to stop playing hockey, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking before. Boys, isn't this the best? Enjoy it, baby, enjoy it.
Maple Leafs had a 2-0 lead in this series. Game 3 went to overtime. Roll to the bench. Extra skater on for the Maple Leafs. Now it's Marchand, sent it down into the empty net. An exclamation point off the stick of Marchand, his third point tonight, as he will go 5-0 in Game 7s against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This will be the Leafs' 7th straight Game 7 loss, and that will tie the all-time NHL record. Another disappointment on home ice in a Game 7. Florida Panthers on the road get it done in Game 5 and Game 7 by identical scores, sending the Maple Leafs to their worst ever home loss in a Game 7. Home Leafs now 6-0 in Game 7s as the Florida Panthers move on, advance to the Eastern Conference Final for the 3rd consecutive year.
Great job, boys. Great job, boys.
Great job. Good job.
The head coaches, both Stanley Cup champions, Maurice and Berube, as the teams line up for the handshakes.
Great series, brother. Great series, your piece. Thanks. Yeah, man, good luck. Love you, brother. Win battle. Win battle. There's a legend. Miss you, brother. You're feeling better.
Thank you, I appreciate it. We'll get another one.
Yeah, we will. Good series. Good series. Good series, brother. Good series. Good series.
Well, I love that. Anybody else, right? How good was that? Right, well done. It's always the adversity, right, that makes it special. Well done, young man. Well done.